Welcome, everyone. We'll just give it a second here, make sure everybody's getting in and can hear us okay. Welcome to this month's IT Leaders Collaborative. If you've joined a previous session, welcome back. Otherwise, if you're new, welcome to the first session here. We are recording these sessions and we will be posting them on our LinkedIn channel, our LinkedIn group, IT Leaders Collaborative, as well as posting into YouTube as well. So if you want to watch this back later and or share it with somebody, feel free. But this month, we are super excited to have Kelly from INFIMA joining us. So I'll let her introduce herself here in a second, but just a couple housekeeping items. You'll see we do have a Q&A panel. We have a chat and a Q&A panel. If there's something happening logistically or something happening with the feed, feel free to send us a chat. But if you have a question that you want us to interject, by all means, you can unmute and ask the question at any time. This is a collaborative space. Or if you want to post it into that Q&A, you can do that. And myself or Taryn or any of us, Anjali, will kind of interject that into the conversation where appropriate or ask at the end. So, and if there's something we can answer offline, we'll even do that. But yeah, with that said, I'm going to pass it over to Kelly and we'll get started.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. Like Stephanie was saying, my name is Kelly. I am the Partner Success Lead at INFIMA Security. We are a security awareness training platform. And so I was going to take some time and show all of you our platform, how it works, and just the ins and out of our program. So I'm going to share my screen with you. You should be able to see the INFIMA dashboard here. So the beauty of our product is that we are fully managed and we sync within 3 clicks. If you have heard of INFIMA or if you've seen us at any sort of shows or conferences, you will notice that we have a 3 on our jerseys, we have a 3 on our signs, we have a 3 in our LinkedIn page, and that is because we are serious and that it literally takes 3 clicks in order to sync your users. So what you would see when you would enter our platform is this page right here. This is our demo environment. So this would say your company. Let's just go with ABC Tech. ABC Tech. That's what we're going to say this is. When you are ready and in your platform, all you do would click Sync Now. And if you are a Microsoft user, click that button right there and you are synced. You would click Accept. Takes a few seconds to sync all of your users with your license addresses. And then you would, let me move over here, and then you would be synced. All of your licensed email addresses. Simple as that. When I say you are done and there's nothing else to do, I mean that. You're done. Everything is completely set up and managed for you at this moment if you would want to take a step away and let the program roll. So now to reemphasize, we are security awareness training. We do cyber security awareness training, and we do one thing and we do it really well. So there are 2 arms to our program, if you want to think of it that way. We have your training program, which is our training courses that are received in the email inbox. And then we have phishing that goes out, cyclical. So the phishing is randomized. It's going to drop in the inbox at random moments. So one of these users, as soon as you are synced, will be phished the next business day at random. We have no idea who is going to receive a phish. We have no clue which template they are going to receive. We don't want them all to be phished at the same time because we don't want Stephanie to go to Taryn and say, hey, don't click on that phish that you just received, that fake LinkedIn request that you just got. Yeah, that's not real. That is a simulated phish from INFIMA. So that is how we operate. So once your users are synced, you're actually able to select any service accounts that might have been synced along with it because of the licensed email addresses. And you can easily deactivate them by clicking on their name and clicking deactivated. Simple as that. They are now not going to receive any phishing or any trainings. If you move over into the training portion of the portal, you will be able to see all of the information in regards to how our training is sent out and what cadence it's sent out. You will see that the curriculum is on a quarterly cadence, and that you will also be able to see the percentage of who's completed their courses and who hasn't completed their courses. The courses are designed to be 5 to 7 minutes, and they are in line with the NIST framework. And so we, again, have set you up. They drop in your inbox on the first and third Tuesday of each month. So you'll see that the next training reminder would be March 4th. And again, there's nothing you need to do. Your users that are synced will automatically receive their training reminders in their inbox on Tuesday, March 4th. The next portion would be that phishing component that we talked about. And you are also able to see the phishing details. So if you click over here in this open status bar, you'll see opened and sent data points as well. And you are going to actually be able to view who has been sent a fish, who has received a fish, who has opened one, and who even has clicked on one of those phishing simulations. Now, if they did click on one, then they are going to automatically be taken to this landing page that says, hey, Stephanie, you clicked on this fake email. Whoops. And so it immediately, we think might catch them off guard, because who wants to believe they did something that they shouldn't have done, right? So we expect them to actually click out of that really fast and maybe not take that moment to learn about what just happened. So we actually send them another email the next day saying, hey, do you remember when you clicked on that fish yesterday at this time? Well, let's talk about that a little more. And so we offer them another educational opportunity there. Another thing that we do offer as well, if you are in the Microsoft environment, is an INFIMA report phishing button. This is this button right here. It looks like this icon, and we offer this button so that people have an opportunity to interact with the fish in a way that they can send it to whichever managed email is receiving the, I don't know what, any quote, fake, simulated phishing, real phishing, spam emails. If it's an INFIMA fish, we don't want to clog up that email address, so it just disappears into the universe. But if it is an actual suspicious fish, it will go to that mailbox that you put here for review. So another really cool piece that the risk scoring has been around for, I want to say, a few months now. Anjali got to see it come to fruition, and yep. So she's been able to see it since before we had it, and now that we've had it, Anjali has been working with us for a while. But this is such an awesome report that you would receive at the beginning of each month. So what we do is we give every user kind of like a credit score, and it basically is supposed to show you maybe who the riskiest users are in your organization. You can toggle this from the highest to the lowest, and it takes away points if they have clicked on a fish. It gives them points if they have completed their course, or if they've reported that fish using that report phishing button. So we have seen a lot of organizations love this tool because it just offers kind of a tangible way to see how the whole organization is doing when it comes to the program as a whole. And then the other piece of the pie, I guess you would say, would be our reporting. And our reporting has really come a long way with the help of organizations like Anjali at MyTech. She has been a huge voice in helping us make our reporting even better. The reports go out at the first of each month into the admin's inbox. And so we do have a way to customize which reports are automatically sent and which ones are kind of held off. And so, like I said, everything is designed to be automated. The training goes out the first and third Tuesday of each month automatically. The phishing is sent, everyone gets phished at least once a month. And then everyone, if you click on a fish, would be phished again by the end of the week. And then the reports go out at the beginning of each month. While everything is automated, you can manually send a training if you would like. You can manually send a fish if you like, and you can manually pull a report at any moment. I was going to take some time to show you a couple of these reports and what they look like, but I would love to see if there's any questions just with the program as a whole at first.
Yeah, this is great, Kelly. And I know, Anjali, I don't know if you can give any insight. A couple things that we've heard before we moved to INFIMA. I know there was a couple different things you mentioned there, which was the dropping these fishes at random times for users' inbox. I don't know, Anjali, can you talk a little bit about, a platform that we've used in the past and the difference we've seen with kind of that methodology?
Sure. I do want to say that as we've used INFIMA, we definitely agree with the 3 clicks. It has been that same exact experience for us for the 3 clicks. Every time that we've set up clients, it was just syncing users and then they're all ready to go. One of the things that we had wanted in this platform was the randomized phishing, because previous platforms that we had used did not have that. And this is where, like it was mentioned, people were telling each other, oh, don't click on that link, and it kind of skewed the results. So this randomized phishing has helped with our users becoming more aware of what they click. And we have seen more engagement from our clients and users, and they would reach out to us to be like, is this from you? Is this from your portals? And we love that. We love that they are becoming more aware. One of the other things that we have loved with this platform specifically is that from an IT admin perspective, when we have trainings go out, which are automatically sent out, it saves so much time. We used to have a full-time employee doing this when we had to send out campaigns every month, and it just took a lot of time and effort. Now, because users are synced, we don't have to do maintenance on users. Also, when these campaigns are sent out, and if users have not completed the previous trainings, the link that goes out takes them to the previous training, so it helps them catch up, which we love. That helps with our clients being able to reinforce the mandated security trainings for their users. And this also helps with new hires from our client side. So if they have new hires, say coming in January, or I'm sorry, in June, when we've been sending campaigns from January, it sends them that link from January so they can catch up, and they can catch up in their own time. So we don't have to send multiple campaigns for the new users and keep track of them. And that's a huge benefit from an IT admin perspective. So I just wanted to really say that this has helped us save a lot of time and effort, as well as making sure that all of our client users get it without missing the campaigns.
That's awesome, Anjali. Yeah, and the other thing, before we move on, if you could touch on too, I think one of the other things I know we've discussed in the past is, and I know in FEMA you guys do a great job at this, is like the actual phishing campaigns are relevant. They touch on things that are happening, and it's not the phishing campaigns from 10 years ago, right, where they're really easy to spot. You guys do a great job of coming up with things that are like very, very relevant in time right now. And sometimes they're even, what people would say is like that, I don't want to use the word cruel, but like people would say like they're emotional, right? It could be things about cutbacks happening in an organization or things like that. And I know, Anjali, we've had discussions internally where we've had clients say, I don't want to go there because it's too emotional, but that's what the bad actors are doing, right? So I don't know if you guys want to talk about a little bit about that, and maybe Kelly, how some of the strategy around deciding what campaigns or what those phishing emails look like.
Yeah, so our team has worked with behavioral psychologists in order to come up with our trainings and our phishing simulations. Because at the end of the day, hackers don't care. They really don't care what's going on in your life. They don't care if it's personal. They're just trying to get what they want. And so it's important to teach people to slow down and to really consider what they are opening in their email, what they're clicking on. And so that's the goal, is for them to slow down. We actually expect people to open their emails, so we don't penalize in the risk score for opening one. But we do want to train people to have a slower reaction when clicking, and that's the whole goal. So, I mean, we have Venmo requests in there. One time when we were doing when I was doing a demo or an onboard, I can't remember which one, but the partner wanted me to send a fish to them. And so I did. And he was sitting there waiting. He was like, "It hasn't come yet." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And he was like, "I don't see anything. I mean, I see a LinkedIn request here. And I was like, "Click on the LinkedIn request." And sure enough, so he just, didn't even know that it was one of ours. So the whole goal is to caution people and help them to slow down, and just the way they interact with their emails.
I also want to second what Kelly said, because all of these campaigns look so legit that we've had some of our techs click on that as well. And we're like, oh, how did we do that? Right. But that's good, because we would rather have them do it in a safe platform like this and, be educated about why they shouldn't have clicked on it, rather than actually do it in the real world. Also, I love that the categories that constantly get updated are based on real world scenarios, and those automatically happen. I don't have to go to INFIMA every single time to say, "Hey, can you add this or can you add that?" It's automatically updated, which also means that campaigns automatically get updated for all of our clients, and that goes out. So that's awesome as well.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
and did I hear at one point, maybe, and I don't want to like stop me if I'm going to hurt myself here, but like you said, if somebody clicks on an email, let's say, and oops, they get that email the next day kind of explaining why. Did I hear somewhere that there's maybe another fish that goes out more like sooner as well to like kind of retest that user?
Correct. So if they click on a fish, then they will be fished again within a week.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Okay.
it's around a month.
Yep. Gotcha. I love that, because I think that's, it's identifying, and this isn't a shaming thing, right? This is hey, we all fall to this. We are all guilty of this. And so just trying to understand, and I think just gives us that reminder, like you said, Kelly, to slow down, right? Slow down and think twice before clicking on things. So
And
that's great.
we have found too that oftentimes it's the higher ups in the organization that are clicking, or they're honestly more prone to being hacked because they hold a lot of the information that is hired. So it's good on all
They're getting
levels.
targeted.
It's good on all levels. One thing too, as Anjali was talking, she helped me to remember to tell you guys that our portal does actually sync 4 times a day. So as she was talking about new hires and how they are prompted to start a training and work their way through to catch up with the entire organization, you don't even have to go in to add that new hire. They are automatically synced within the environment because of our syncing process, and we sync via API. So that is another way that it's fully managed. I mean, if you can be as hands-on or as hands-off as you want. And so that's the whole goal of our platform, is to be simple to use, to be very well done, and then to be fully managed.
Awesome. So sorry, derailed you. Go to the reports.
Oh, no, this was a great. I love this. Feel free to, stop me anytime. Let me find those reports. I'm going to stop.
Kelly, I was actually just going to ask you to show the page which talks about the automated reminders as well as the manual reminders. I think that would be super useful to show.
Yeah, let me show that. So for training, if you want to remind a whole company, all you would have to do is click that button right there, and it's done. A button will pop up and you would press OK, and every single person in your organization will receive a training reminder right then, right there. Send reminder is this button on the left, and all you do is find the person who you want to remind, and you click on it, and then you send a reminder. That's as easy as it gets right there. And then the details, this is a newer feature that we have, And you are now able to scroll to specific people in your organization and see exactly where they are in their process of their training. And then these little icons right here are for pulling completion certificates that you can send them as well. So that is the training page. Let me see if I can find, let's see, is this showing now? Yes, okay, awesome. Here is an example of the user risk report. It's going to have your logo up here, and it is going to show you how many users are at risk, which is needs work to poor. And it's going to have the top 15 riskiest, I like to say, users on the very front page. So let's say you have 50 people in your organization, the top 15 that need the most attention are going to be on this front page. And then you can scroll down and you can see every single person's score and exactly where they have clicked. We actually have some partners who make a game out of this. I don't know, Anjali, do y'all do anything with this page or with the risk scoring?
We actually use it as coaching opportunities. It
Okay.
helps us see, right, like who has clicked on multiple phishing campaigns and why, right? That helps us go back to our clients to be able to say, let's work with this particular user as a coaching opportunity. This also helps us see where previously people have been clicking on phishing links, but now their scores have, gone from poor to good, which helps us see that, now they are definitely more aware, they are definitely more careful as to what they click. So for us, it's a good reflection point of what we are sending. How does it align with what they're doing, as well as how users are taking it. So we love seeing these reports. We love seeing the scores, and it helps us go back to our clients for better engagement.
That's great. I really enjoy hearing the different perspectives from our partners. Some we have that offer gift cards. I'm not saying you guys do this, but or ideas. They'll say, hey, if you have this score or above, there's certain incentives for you. So it's a great new report that we've come up maybe within the last 3 or 4 months. That has really been a fun one for partners to use this however they like as an incentive.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to share. I just stopped sharing. So let me find. This is an example of our monthly report. Can you see this? Okay.
Yep.
So this is just a brief overview of the entire organization and exactly what's going on there. So you'll have the training curriculum on page 1, and you'll be able to see how many people, the percentage wise, who has completed course 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So I mentioned that our default curriculum is based on a quarterly cadence, and it's based on the NIST framework. However, we do have 12-month options, and we have additional courses that are available if a client needs them. For example, PHI, and we also have HIPAA. So there are courses that can be integrated into our system as a whole, into the portal for you. But if someone wants to keep it as simple as possible, they can meet all the requirements and complete our quarterly cadence and still have proof that they would need for cyber insurance or an audit or something like that. And then you would have your off-track users on the second page. Alex is 4 behind. Isaiah is 2 behind. And then phishing and exactly each month and how many clicks. And then exactly who has clicked. So this is just a monthly overview. Again, much like the name, it's meant to be an overview of the month as a whole, because it's going to test you for, let's see, what month are we in? So February, all of February, March 1, reports will drop into the admin's inbox, and they will be able to view all of the data for February.
Yeah, Kelly, you said that that was, I was going to say, a big thing that we're hearing more and more is about the cyber insurance, right? Requirements around security awareness training and phishing. So having an easy way, because I know it hasn't always been easy in the past, honestly, to pull reports for users to say, like, how are they doing, what users have been through training, be able to show proof, right, for that, or for other regulations, especially like you said, in healthcare and things like that. So I don't know, Anjali, anything you want to add there just about just how how easy it is?
Oh, actually, I want to say that we use the training status report a lot
Mm-hmm.
because that gives us information about all of the campaigns that have been sent from the beginning, which users are in there, as well as how much have they completed. But the interesting part about that report is it also talks about how many more campaigns are remaining for the year, which campaign is going to go out which month, and it also gives you dates and everything. So that gives a very comprehensive report to the client, to the primary contact to the client of the client, as well as, for us to be able to go back to the clients to share with them. So that helps with compliance and regulatory industries where they have to show whether users completed that or not, which is awesome. The other part of this is we have these reports that are automated every month to go to a client interface portal. So our clients can see these reports from there as well. That way,
That's
we don't
awesome.
have to manually send it. We don't have to spend time, sending it either through tickets or through emails. And most importantly, we don't forget sending it. It automatically goes. They can go look at it whenever they want. So it definitely helps. Like it's from an ID admin perspective, it helps a lot with reducing the maintenance on the portal, as well as confirming everything went out, users got synced, reports went out, things like that. So we love having those reports and the flexibility with those reports.
Well, and Kelly, can you customize, or Anjali, can you customize who those go to? So if there's, for instance, I'm thinking if somebody is part of an organization that has a board of directors and certain people on that board need that report, can you customize multiple addresses for that to go to?
You sure can. So if you go to settings right here, this is going to be the client window. If you go to settings, and then if you go to monthly reports, you are able to actually turn on and off which reports you want to receive. So we have an automated report that goes out, like I've been saying, the first of each month. And right now you'll see that this report configuration is every single report is, well, actually, I thought they were all turned. But we have 2 reports turned on. We have monthly report, executive summary turned on, the risk overview turned to false, which is off, and then training overview on, training status report off, phishing overview off. You can turn them all on, or you can turn them all off, or you can turn one on, one off. Totally the client's call, whatever they want to do. And then you would add those recipients right here, and we don't limit you. You can add as many recipients as you want. So you can add 5 people in there, you can add 3, however many, and they would also receive them in their inbox. So like you were saying, Stephanie, in case guys forget, the client is automatically able to receive them directly themselves and can do with them as they wish.
Awesome.
Another feature that we also have is white labeling. So the client is able to white label and put their logo in right here, and then also label that email source. So like we were talking about, the training reminders come in the form of an email. They come directly into the inbox. And so instead of saying INFIMA cybersecurity, you can put MyTech cybersecurity, MyTech, or support@mytech.com. And actually doesn't even have to be a real email. It just is going to appear as if it is coming from the client.
Yeah. That's great.
So like I said, this report phishing button, I kind of already briefly talked about that as I was talking about the phishing. You would just follow this documentation right there in order to deploy it. It corresponds directly with our risk scoring, so we obviously think it's a very good tool. And then we also have admins. We don't limit you to admins, so you can have as many as you want.
That's awesome.
And they would be able to manage their portal.
Mm-hmm.
So this
is great. Yeah.
That is the gist of our portal. I mean, it is sweet, simple, effective, and we like to not make it complicated.
Which is good. So many things are complicated these days. So awesome. Well, yeah, we are coming up on time here, so we want to be respectful of others. But if you have questions that maybe you've been holding back, by all means, throw them in the Q&A. Feel free to unmute yourself, and we'll make an awkward pause here for those questions. And if not, then we'll sign off from there. So any other questions or last comments from you, Anjali or Kelly?
One more thing that maybe if they are thinking of questions right now that I want to point out is in the training portion of the portal, you'll see this IT policy addendum. And we would say this is probably one of the more important documents that is available to you that really is a value add to the program. And that is what this is right here. Hold on. Let me move this over.
The sharing always gets in the way of where you actually need to click, right?
In a way, I'm like, Okay. Can you see it now? There we go. Yep. So this is basically proof of the entire program. And it is going to be that piece of information that you are able to show whoever, let's see, it maybe is your leadership, maybe you need cybersecurity insurance, maybe you're getting that audit. This is the proof of program that you're going to want to have available and to show whoever that person is that you need proof of program. So always recommend that when you're in the portal, that is the first thing you probably should pull and have on hand and available.
Awesome. Well, I'm not seeing any questions, so you must just have covered everything. So thanks so much, Kelly, for joining us this month and sharing all of this. We really appreciate it. We hope to have you back sometime in the future. I'm sure you guys are constantly changing and adding new capabilities and new functionalities. So we'll have you back, maybe later this year or next year, talk about all those changes. Great. So Anjali, anything?
No, nothing from me. This was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining, everyone. And we'll be posting this, like I said, in our LinkedIn group and YouTube shortly. So have a great day, everyone.
Awesome. Bye, guys. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.